Hey YouTube, coming at you with my first Color Cup team featuring DRAPION Light, essentially abomasnow, QWILFISH, and toxapex. So it's an ABB style team, double poison water in the back. You try and draw out a ground or electric with QWILFISH, and then abomasnow beats it, and then toxapex roams free in the back. That's the plan. QWILFISH is a really interesting one for this meta. I think it has a couple good things going for it and then one bad thing going for it. One or two things bad going for it. So the really good thing going for it is with the buff Poison Sting and the Aqua Tail, you're spamming at 8 turns. But unlike Drapion, you are actually half water, so you get same type attack bonus. So you're going to see some Aqua Tails land, and every time it landed, I was like, oh, that did more than I expected, because you get stabbed with it. So then that's an extra 20% damage bonus there. So with these stab Aqua Tails, this thing is spammy and hits pretty hard. Not super hard, but like harder than you would you're used to with the Drapion. The problem is, and I don't know if I'd even run Ice Beam. Ice Beam is the recommended moveset. I think it's the recommended moveset for like basically maybe Jumpluff to have double super effective for it. But like the other things is Sludge Bomb, I think it is. It's a poison type move. And I just found that like I was hindered by Ice Beam more than I found it useful, because like I go up against a water Pokemon that's like pure water, like for Alligator, or I went up against, I forget else, another water Pokemon where Ice Beam is resisted too. So I'd rather have the sludge move there. The team did okay, and it also comes down to, holy crap, there was a lot of Toxapex and there was a lot of Mud Boys in this meta. So yes, you're trying to pull out a Mud Boy, but when every team has like 1 to 2 and a Toxapex, it is actually quite difficult to overcome with this team. But I like each component, but we'll see. Okay, Talonflame lead, terrible. Get into QWILFISH. Already we are seeing a Morpeko, so there's the electric you draw out, and we're spamming at a very aggressive rate here. You can live you will not live a Aura Wheel, but you will live a Psychic Fangs, and I do, and I get to another move. This will not take out, like it's still just Aqua Tail, but as you're going to see here, it takes down 2 of the red. They do Thunder Shock me down. That's okay. Unfortunately, they are the dark form now, so, and I'm a Shadow Abomasnow, so I really don't want to take this move. So I'm going to shield up this Aura Wheel, knowing I'm going to have to come Toxapex anyways here. And we'll have to see what's in the back. So I drew out 1 electric. They have Talonflame on the lead, so instant swap here, and it is a Greninja. So, nice that the Water Shuriken is resisted. Night Slash is neutral, and these Night Slashes come very quick, and this is why I hate Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave takes 20 turns to get to, and Night Slash takes 9. So, basically, they're getting 2.5 Night Slashes for every 1 you get to Sludge Wave. So I thought I could like bait this thing, thinking that like they'll definitely shield because they have a Talonflame that is gonna go down if they they keep this thing alive. But they let me keep it alive. The Incinerates are not doing anything, so I get to a Brine. They're gonna shield, and I will shield back, knowing that I can get to another Brine. And this is why I thought that they would try to shield that bait, because now I'm at a second move. Anyways, this does not quite take out, but I'm pretty sure I snipe here. Yeah, and snipe for the win. 5-turn animation, just a little too long to get out of. Take it out for the win, and then Powder Snow down. Jumpluff, great lead. I have 3 answers essentially to this. I have 2 poisons and an ice, and Toxapex comes out. Now this happened to me a lot, and I basically played the same way every single time. Because at best you have a mirror match, or QWILFISH is again not it's a losing matchup. So what I always did was, yes, you're taking super effective poison jabs, but it's best to chip it with Energy Ball. Now I played this matchup like 3 or 4 times, this Toxapex Abomasnow coming in, and every single time I went Energy Ball, and I think 3 out of the 4 times they shielded, kind of realizing that like Energy Ball is still neutral and it does a ton of chip damage. Thankfully this one did let go, which means I was able to get just a mirror match after chipping it so much. Means I'm very, very easily going to take this switch here with energy. So that's just the strength. Yes, you do a ton of damage on the, not a ton, but like a decent amount of chip damage is done on the Abomasnow, but it was worth it to ensure that you keep switch. And here we go, taking this Jumpluff down to the red. They're going to get off an energy ball that will take me out. Abomasnow comes in. What do they got in the back? It is a Turtonator, so it's a pretty easy matchup here. I still don't really want to take any sort of dragon move. So chip it there. We both have 2 shields left, and this is why I always say take it down to the 1 shield. Especially with something like Turtonator where it takes a little while to get to the moves. Because now I'm just spamming the crap out of them with 8 turn moves. And they are stuck on Incinerates. Why you may be wondering, what the hell was that? Why did you just take a 5-turn Incinerate? I thought we were already in the 1 shield. So I thought they had no shields, but we were in the 2 shields, so they still had 1. So had I known that, I would have got another 2 Poison Stings and then the Aqua Tail. But I just lost track of where we were in terms of shields, because I thought we took it down to the 1 shield, but clearly I was not paying attention. But otherwise, it is an easy lineup, so take that. Gastrodon lead, perfect. This is where you want to see it. What are they going to save swap into? Toxapex, hello. Going to play this the same way, and I'm sure this is one of the 4 that are going to eventually shield me up here. Yep, so there's the shield. Luckily, this shield comes with a defense fall, so I'm able to get into the mirror match and chip it more. Now, the only problem is staying in not only chips abomasnow, but it desyncs your timer. And as you're going to see coming up here, my opponent sort of recognizes it and eventually gets back out into the Gastrodon. Maybe it's this matchup. And then, yep, they get back in here. And then, because I'm switch locked, they are just farming. So I'm trying to get out. But this time, they're at like 2 body slams and I've already chipped so much with Toxapex, I can't overcome this. So this is where it gets sort of tricky, and I had this problem a couple times, and then I had a problem with multiple Mud Boys a couple times. So, yeah, so the Toxapex Mud Boy combo is pretty difficult for this team, just because you have the Mud Boys, which do super effective to the back line, and Toxapex, which is super effective to Abomasnow. And if you have 2 of them on the team, it's very tough to overcome, because at best you have a mirror match in the back. So from that perspective, you could try run this as more a balanced team. So how you do that is you go Abomasnow, you can keep QWILFISH as the safe swap, and then do something like a Mud Boy, Gastrodon. I've got a double Mud Boy team eventually coming up, maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow. So that's coming up. But yeah, it was just kind of tough with all the Toxapex and Mud Boys, and this isn't surprising. Like I even said in the top teams video that Mud Boys should be pretty prevalent in this meta, just because ground beats the fire, ground beats the electric. You're gonna do okay against the other water Pokemon, and then you just gotta watch out for grass, which you can cover your weaknesses with something else like Toxapex, or you can cover it with the Mud Boys and stuff like that, right? So. Sorry, not Mud Boys. You can't cover grass with a Mud Boy. You can cover it with a fire, or you can cover it with flying or something. Okay, Toxapex again. Again, I launched the energy ball, and again they shield, which you do not want. Really, you really want to try and chip them with this energy ball, because you want to take them down so that you can ensure switch here. So now it makes it kind of like a little closer here. They're unlikely to burn a second shield on Toxapex, honestly. And these ones just go straight into Shadow Vic again. And shield, if I remember. Like, this one was very weirdly played. Yeah, gave up switch to go back into the hard matchup that I had at the beginning. And use the shield. So I'm just going to come into the farm down and come out with the move. And again, you're gonna now see what the move can do on a Pokemon that does not have any shields in Toxapex. So Toxapex comes back in. I've got the energy ball. I'm a shadow, and this will take out the rest. And they're like close to 50%, so it does like 40+%. And it is in a Walrein in the back. So my thought process was, I don't want them to get to Earthquake and Earthquake my Toxapex or bait me, and then I have to go there. So my thought process was just sacrifice my QWILFISH, just try and chip it. Maybe you can poison jab down. And then they have a weird moveset. They're running like I don't know if it's like a Frost Breath or Ice Fang or something. Anyways, it is not Powder Snow. But they do, and they just went Icicle Spear multiple times. So by that point, I took them down to the red, and then I could just Poison Jab down. Actually, I just Aqua Tail down. Don't even need to get into toxapex. So I will take them down here for the win. Gastrodon, again, this is where you want to see it. This time they get into a Typhlosion, and I know this is why Typhlosion is tough. Typhlosion has Thunder Punch, and Thunder Punch is super effective on my water Pokemon. So obviously, if I had a ground, this is why I think you should replace Toxapex with a ground type Pokemon. It really will help you out with what I saw in the meta, which was like some fire, other Mud Boys, Toxapex. So I do think that ground, this is why I have a double ground team. I don't have Gastrodon on the team. I probably should have Gastrodon. I'm using, because if you're going to use a double Mud Boy, I'm using Whiscash with Blizzard to try and catch grass off guard. But it's working way worse than before because Mudshot got nerfed, so you don't have that energy anymore. So it's slower to get to the Blizzard. So yeah, I feel that too. I'm like, why am I not at the Blizzard yet? I'm like, oh crap, this thing got nerfed. And then there's Marowak, which is super effective against abomasnow and has the Bone Clubs for Qwilfish and resist the poison. So yeah, replace Toxapex. If you want a balanced team, you can replace either or, honestly. I just think Qwilfish is a better safe swap. And then you replace the other one with a ground. I also ran into a Jellicent. Did I have that battle in here maybe? I ran into a Jellicent, which was like, oh crap, I have nothing in the back line for Jellicent, and even abomasnow was tricky. What am I doing here? Sacrificing this? Except that they're a Bone Club and I get farmed down like an idiot. Throw any move. Any chip is good. Nope, I'm going to take a double Super Victor Fire Spin and not get a move off. Because if I could, maybe I could Poison Sting down, Poison Jab down, and then come out with a move. But now I have to dump a move, and they'll have no energy, and then they'll take me out here. So, yeah, I think I need to chip that with Weather Ball, and then Poison Jab down to come out with a Brine for this as my win con, but I did not do that well. Okay, Magmar, terrible lead, Qwilfish, instant swap, and Trevenant. So Ice Beam is only 7 to get to, the first one, and only 6 on the next one. So I don't think there's a point of baiting. I think it's worth just going straight to the move here. And they are to move, but I'm almost at a second move, so I think I could just shield and take this to take them to the 0 here. And we end up CMPing on this one. So I do win that, get off the Ice Beam. So they double shield, and they're now dry on energy. So I think that's a pretty good scenario for me. I'll take that scenario. But now they got a couple more claws in. I don't know if it was an undercharge or just did not take out, but it felt like a bit of an undercharge because now they're going to get to a move because they undercharge and got a couple more claws. This could be a Shadow Ball. I really don't want... I mean, I could let the Toxapex just go see it, but I'm going to save this in case it is like a Mud Boy in the back. And it is a Credilli. Now, half rock, half grass means it is neutral to poison and water. And you, as a half poison, half water, are neutral to grass. So now it is a how much damage can these Pokemon take? And this is a non-shadow, so the Sludge Wave does not take out, which means I'm going to need a Brine here. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? This thing is actually in the red now. Maybe I can live this move and just Poison Jab down, maybe snipe an Abomasnow here. And then I just kind of got caught, and I'm like, I got to throw a move. But I was really trying to like bank that move coming out of this for this. But I do get to one. It is a Shadow Magmar. I cannot imagine that this is very tanky. And that Brine, wow, what, did I just roll my R for no reason? That Brine one-shots, even though Brine is a terrible move. There's the Jellicent. Yes. So, no move. If Qwilfish, this is why Drapion is a million times better than Qwilfish, because it has a coverage move. Aqua Tail and Crunch are great coverage moves outside of like Azumarill, which you have super effective poison stings. But stuff like this and other poison water Pokemon just wall, and other water Pokemon just wall you with this moveset. So it is really tricky to like it. I'm pretty sure this Pokemon is ranked as like the #1 or 2 safe swap in this meta. Let me just look up what the safe swaps are in terms of rankings here. But I remember like looking for like an all safe swap team, and this was like one of the top recommended Pokemon for this meta, despite the presence of a lot of mud boys. So Color Cup switches. QWILFISH, number 2. Yeah. So Heatwing Electrode, which I have used in these meta before, and I'll probably use it once in the next 2 weeks, has Swift. Oh. Because usually you run Wild Charge, Energy Ball, but now you have a faster move. But Energy Ball provides you better coverage, but Swift gives you the bait move for the Wild Charge, and you probably just want to go Wild Charge most of the time. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, that's the number 1 ranked at 100, but then QWILFISH is the second at 99 with Aqua Tail Ice Beam. So if you want to run other moves, it has a lot. The problem is, so it has Sludge Wave, but you get Stab on that. So even though it's 1 extra, so it's in terms of fast moves, it's 8, 7, 7, 7 to get to the move. But it does 42 more damage, and the difference in damage per energy is 2.03 compared to 1.64. So much, much more damage, both raw and damage per energy for Sludge Wave over Ice Beam for only 1 more Poison Sting, which is a pretty good trade-off. But again, Ice Beam maybe gives you more coverage, but I don't even know. And that's the problem. Now you have Acid Spray, same thing. Fell Stinger, essentially useless with a Poison Sting fast move. And Scald, which is another water move, which you do not need to get to another. Like, you don't need to get to 6, 6, 5, 6 when you have Aqua Tail, even though Aqua Tail is less damage and less damage per energy. But I'd still rather just do the spammy Aqua Tail. So its second move like is a killer. So I'm surprised that's a safe swap. I mean, I'm not surprised because again, that stab, that Aqua Tail stab is 35 energy for 66 damage, 1.89 damage per energy, right? So when you can have a 35 energy move that's at like the 1.9 to 2 damage per energy, that's fantastic. That was like that's what made Body Slam on Lickitung and Body Slam on Vigoroth so deadly, was that with that same type of attack bonus at a 35 energy move doing almost like 2 damage per energy, those things really add up. And that's the same thing with this Pokemon. Poison Sting is such a quick charging move with a little bit more damage this season with a really fast Aqua Tail with Stab on this thing. So I like QWILFISH, but man, there's a lot of friggin' like mud boys in this meta right now. There's a lot of mud boys and a lot of toxapex. So that's why my next team was like a double ground team, and then I went to I haven't done the third one yet, but because I got to try and shoot 2 videos tonight. Yeah, but then I went to like a Morpeko Jumpluff core, so that'll be like another team that you'll see. But again, we have a lot of this left for the week, and it looks like the interest is there. Just looking at like the analytics for the best Color Cup team, like the views are what I expect for a Color Cup team. Like a top team for a newer thing. A lot of you said that, yeah, you're going to play this, and you gave like different team comps and stuff. So we'll see. Credilli on the lead is great because it is weak to ice. This may be the last one. So it's weak to ice, so I'm just staying in. Again, when you do with this ABB style team and you stay in, you do run the risk of just getting yourself killed, which is why you're going to see that I have to draw it out after. So I actually remember what happens here. When you have such a good matchup, it's tough to get out. So I don't get out. And the Weather Ball lands, but they live, and they get to another move, and I'm like, I cannot take a Stone Edge, and I have to save this in case there is a Mud Boy in the back. So now I'm going to instant swap. So it is a Talonflame, but I would have instant swapped anyways. And there is your Gastrodon. And here are your Aqua Tails. So this is perfect. Pull out the Gastrodon. I needed to. Here's 1 Aqua Tail. Again, this is a Gastrodon, which is a tanky Pokemon. And 2 Aqua Tails will take this into like the deep yellow. Actually, takes it to the red. So 2 Aqua Tails on a Gastrodon takes it to the red. I do get fast move denied there, but now they can only throw Body Slam. And I still have a ton of health because the the bullet seeds on the Credilli did not do much, which allows me to just take these, and now comes the Talonflame. And now we'll have to combo this here with these two. I can take and move. I remember them going Flame Chargers. I was kind of surprised. I thought they would, like, maybe they have Brave Bird. They were just going to go like one Flame Charge and then Brave Bird me, nuke me. But they end up having Fly, so they still have to throw 2 moves. Because one Fly, even boosted with Flame Charge, does not take out, which then allows me to get to a move on abomasnow coming up here. So it does not take me out. So now I have to use a 3rd charge move, 2nd Fly. And I was like aware that they were going to try and catch here, because that's sort of like my lose con, and then I get to a move. And Shadow Abomasnow, this is neutral, so this will take out. So that is team number 1 of what will be, I don't know, in 2 weeks, 20-something, 25 teams or something. If there's something you want me to break up the weeks with, like a different topic idea, let me know. I'm gonna start doing. I'm not gonna start. I gotta get a. I got a. Okay, so bye. For those of you who don't want to listen to Dan talk, so I got the camera. So I already had this camera that I had, but I didn't have to hook it up to OBS, which is what I use as the software to shoot these videos. I didn't have a capture card, so I bought a capture card, and the capture card came with 2 cords. One cord correctly goes into the computer, but the other one doesn't go into the camera because I need a HDMI to small, like the small or micro receiver. And it doesn't come with it. It didn't come with the micro one. It just came with like a second normal HDMI cord. So I need to go get a new HDMI cord before I can hook that up, which I need to do if I want to start doing these interviews, because I need that. Because right now I'm shooting off my phone. So this is my phone that you're seeing right here, which it's fine quality. It's a Google Pixel 7. So it's fine quality for this, but it's also what I play Pokemon Go with. So if I want to do like the interviews while battling idea that I had, I can't do it until I get the capture card working for the camera so that I can use my phone to actually play. So those will be coming, but I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I just need to order it. Like, it's just go on Amazon and order it. What the hell am I doing? Anyways, that is it. See you in the next one. Again, so this afternoon, you're either going to see my Mudboy team, or if anyone has submitted in the, I'm checking right now, in the 4 hours since this event has started, I will do you. So 25 submissions. I think that's what I was at last time. Hector. Ooh, Hector. Tier 1 color cup with a double grass. You know what? If this is with Decidueye, let me see if these battles are okay. You win, Hector. Member double grass, Marowak, Decidueye, Credilli. So we will showcase that this afternoon, and then we'll do my Mudboy team tomorrow morning. And there's lots more where that came from, because there's like 2 weeks of this stuff. Anyways, that's it. That's enough. Bye.